And 5, 4, 3, 2.
No.
What's new, guys?
Are you actually asking? Like, that was like, what's new?
Am I supposed to say this right now?
What's new, guys?
Oh, Lexi starts this time.
I do start.
What's new, Lexi?
Does she?
Yep, because I started last time.
Yeah, I'm the center of attention, guys.
No.
Basically what this whole podcast is about.
Wow.
I quit.
I quit.
I'm done.
Walking out.
Quit. Walk it out.
I'm
Walk
walking
it out.
Walking out. Walking out. I start walking out.
Yes.
You start walking out.
I don't think we can do this anymore. We're
followers
this
hate us.
tired.
Yep.
Okay.
What a day.
If we don't do the podcast somewhat tired, did we even do it?
That's true.
The
At
answer's
least
no.
one of us has to be tired.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
At
I'm
all
like
times.
crying because I'm like, not crying, but I'm just laughing. My tears just come out. Like, what's going on with my body?
It's because your eyes have, like, they're technically holes. So, like, tears can come out. So they stream down your face. Instead of just staying there, you know?
Okay, yes, I understand that, but like, what? Okay, never mind.
Sometimes my
know.
sarcasm goes so far.
Oh, man.
That was terrible.
Yep. Okay, Lexi, what's new?
Not much.
For the fourth time.
For the
Second
fourth
time.
Third.
I don't work tomorrow, which is nice, but by the time this comes out, I will have to work tomorrow.
Yep.
So actually, you do have to work tomorrow.
Technically.
Yeah.
But right now, as we record this podcast, I don't have to work tomorrow, which is nice.
I know. I can't. That was my first yawn today, actually.
Yeah,
What?
That's a big one.
I mean, like, recording.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I get my taxes this week, so I'm so excited. I have to go clothes shopping and pay off a ton of stuff for school and save money
For school.
for school and something else.
And get a
That
dog.
reminds me, I didn't even get my.
I was going to say, should I
NCAW
even bring it up? But
Yeah, you should, because then it's going to hold you accountable. You're going to get a golden retriever. And that's the
Named
type
Tilly.
of dog named Tilly.
Tills for short.
Tills, Lil T.
Your Tills.
Yeah, I'm getting a dog.
Yeah, we'll have Tilly, Ollie, Willow.
That's cute.
Yeah, I can't wait for Tilly to be old enough to start playing. And, like, once she's got all of her shots, she can start playing with Harvey, and she'll be, like, a good dog. I'm so excited. But, yeah, I've added all of the stuff, all of the things to my carts, and I'm just ready to buy it so that I can get my baby girl.
What's new with me? I'm almost done with the first half of the semester of school.
Whoop whoop.
I did project management and persuasion and negotiation.
Whoop whoop.
Ooh,
Yeah.
negotiation. That's so fun.
It was a combined class, so it was persuasion and negotiation were together, and then it was project
Ooh.
management was the second class. So yeah, it wasn't bad. I don't like persuading people, even though I'm in sales, so it was a good class for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you test it out while you sold insurance?
Well, yeah, no.
Oh,
no.
I gotta follow their rules, or else it doesn't work.
Okay.
All right, Jordan, what's new with you?
I had something in my head. I forgot.
Did it walk away?
Walk away.
Yeah, I
Get up
did.
and walk away.
It got up and it left.
What was it?
Did you finish biology?
Yeah.
Nope.
I was just listening to a podcast episode the other day.
We were talking
mom.
about it.
And we were talking about your biology. I was like, oh, yeah, I got to ask Jordan how that's going. How's your biology going, Jordan?
It's not done yet.
When's the semester
Working on it.
end?
Not till May.
Oh.
You working on it?
I was slacking and I wasn't
Oh.
eating, so.
Yeah.
But it's a work at your own pace, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
What was it? What was I gonna say? I don't remember.
Was it about
Cool.
Ollie? Was it about work?
Girls' Day yesterday.
Girls' Day? That was super fun, by the way.
That was good.
I enjoyed that.
Crap, it's gone.
It's going.
It's gone.
Going, and it's gone.
Something about. Nope. That's not it.
Is it about your crappy roommate?
Yeah, she's so crazy. I'm just kidding.
I will murder you.
What
Not actually, guys. I won't actually. I would never kill somebody.
Well,
was it?
that's a lie because you attempted to murder one of us in the last episode.
And my cat. And my cat.
That's
Remember
different.
the
That's
gun?
The
different.
guns.
Yeah.
That's different. He deserves it.
Oh wait, they don't know that reference because you
know.
deleted the. Oh.
Yep, that'll go.
Well, anyway, Lexi used her hand to make a gun and was threatening my cat. And I said, "You're gonna shoot my cat?" Yeah, with a squirt gun. No, that is a gun.
A real gun.
But what do I shoot him with now? A squirt gun.
And my plant
Water
water
bottle.
gun.
Yeah, the reason I use
And you
your
don't
plant-
refill it.
the reason I use your plant water gun is because mine broke. So I have to use that.
That's why it's on the floor in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Throw it away, dude.
Well, I was trying to fix it, so
I was trying to fix it, and then I just left it.
Well, I was in there and I was like, oh, she's probably just getting ready and trying to get him to get down.
Well,
Nope,
yeah.
it's broken. It's just
But
sitting there.
technically it's sitting by the garbage though, so
But it doesn't. It's bigger than the garbage. How does it fit in the garbage?
it doesn't.
You're
It
so
doesn't.
funny. Well, you can get one of those. I got mine at Menards because I
There you
had
go.
to go there for. I don't know. I had to go there for a clean or something to pick up vinegar one day, and I grabbed a water bottle. But yes, if you use it, I don't care. But when it's empty and I can't water my plants with it, I'm like,
I don't even use I didn't use it that much.
oh,
I like had it out. But I don't know
maybe
why.
Brandon used it. I don't know.
He does use it occasionally.
He does use it.
Usually he'll just be like, "Get out of here." And then they listen to him.
Yeah, I don't remember.
All right.
Oh well.
Bye. Wow. My life is average.
My life is average. Today I met a girl named Unique. She has an identical twin sister. No one else thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, what?
Technically, you're not.
You're
so
not. That was good.
Yeah.
that was really good.
I was like,
Why would her
wow.
parents go through
Why
with
would they
naming
do
her
that?
What's her sister's name?
I don't know.
That's what I
I'm
wanna
curious
know.
too. I know when I read
Is
that, I
her
was like,
sister's name one of a kind?
Juanita. Short for one of a kind. I don't know.
What's your story today?
Well, I'm kind of sad because I feel like I didn't get as much information as I wanted to on it. But it is about the unsolved mystery of the Chicago Tylenol murders.
Whoop whoop.
And so if I left out some of the things, it's because my source decided to make me pay for it all of a sudden.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. I was in the middle of typing my research and I went back and it's like, oh, you gotta pay for this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I've had this for how many days? Why now? So there might be some gaps, but I'll try my best to answer questions if you guys have questions. Not listeners, because obviously they're not in the podcast.
Oh yeah, we need to do it live. Maybe we'll
do.
do that next week.
We're doing a live one?
Yeah, I wanted to do a Facebook live while we're actually recording it here.
Who's gonna be like, hey, stop, someone has a question.
There's a question. Well, we can see it on here.
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll have it
sorry,
right
Lexi, you don't get,
You don't
to,
get to see
see
the questions.
it.
Well, maybe she'll have to sit over here for that one.
Maybe.
Yeah, so we can all be closer.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. In September 1982, the nation was shocked by a series of deaths in the Chicago area attributed to cyanide-laced Tylenol capsules. 7 people died after ingesting the tainted medication, sparking panic and leading to a nationwide recall of Tylenol products. The case remains one of the most notorious unsolved mysteries in American history. The victims, ranging from teenagers to adults, had no connection to each other, raising questions about the motive behind the murders and assumption that it was an act of terrorism happening. So, on Wednesday, September 29th, 1982, in Elk Grove Village, 12-year-old Mary Kellman woke up with a terrible head cold that kept her home from school. After her father let her miss class, she went and took an extra-strength Tylenol capsule that her mother purchased at the grocery store the previous night. A few seconds later, her father, hearing coughing and something hitting the floor, and called out to Mary. When there was no response, he opened the bathroom door and found her, his only child, lying on the floor. Her eyes were fixed and dilated, and her breathing was shallow as if she was suffocated. The paramedics tried to help, but nothing did, and Mary was in full cardiac arrest by the time they arrived. Mary was pronounced dead at 9:56 a.m.
Oh my gosh. So this was the one that started it?
Mm-hmm.
12-year-old.
Yep.
That's so sad.
Yeah. Mary's death was the start of the chaotic and terrible.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Whoops.
Always too early.
I jumped the gun.
A little bit.
It was the start of the terrifying 24 hours in Chicago that saw 6 more people die, some people before their families' eyes. And it was weird because, like Lexi's story from last week, it had when it gave the victims, it didn't go in order, so I had to
dig in.
kind of, but I feel like I missed one because, like I said, the thing made me pay.
Yeah.
But anyway, next one, it was 11 a.m. in Arlington Heights. Adam Janus, I think.
Janice!
I was just about to say that.
I was like,
Oh my gosh.
God.
that laugh was.
I tried. I really did.
I was like, Janice.
She had
I think
such
it's
a
Janice,
laugh.
Janus, right? Janice.
Janice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you spell it. My mom's therapist's name is Janice, and that's how she spells it.
Okay, Adam Janus, post office supervisor, had the day off work. He had some chest pains he experienced previously that day, but felt well enough to spend that morning running errands. After picking up his daughter at preschool, he stopped by a grocery store and purchased several items, including an extra-strength Tylenol bottle. After getting home, he put away his purchases and went into the bathroom and took apparently 2 Tylenol. Teresa, his wife, didn't see him take them, but saw her husband walk out of the bathroom clutching his chest and complaining of pain. She followed him into the bedroom and saw that Adams... What? Adams? Oh yeah, his name is Adam.
Adam. That's not his
who's
name.
Adam?
Adam, that's not his name. Oh, wait, it is.
Yeah, it is his name. I just said that.
Sorry. Adam's
Are
eyes...
you okay?
I don't know if I'm
don't
okay.
know.
Anyway, Adam's eyes were fixed and dilated and had shallow breathing. Their neighbor, who was a nurse, tried to resuscitate him and called the ambulance. The ambulance took him to the hospital and the doctor tried to save him, but Adam's heart never regained a normal, sustained rhythm. Adam Janus, at 27 years old, was pronounced dead at 3:15 p.m.
You know what I want to know? What is on the pills that makes them act that quickly? Because
what was it? Didn't they say?
I'll get
Laced
to it.
it's
you already said.
I remember
I did.
Tylenol that was laced
Cyanide.
with cyanide.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah,
I
and
was
it
like,
wasn't on the capsules, it was apparently.
Injected into the
Yeah,
capsules.
somehow.
interesting.
Yeah.
It was the capsules, not like the hard pills,
Right.
Oh, okay. So
They could just do a needle into the capsule and inject it with the cyanide.
it must leak out of the capsule then.
The capsule opens up and then it would have came out, as they were swallowing.
There'll be more details.
We'll get into it.
I
See,
wanna
now
know-
who's
I want-
jumping ahead?
I want to know how fast it takes the capsules to dissolve, though.
Yeah. Because that was
Because
pretty quick for Adam.
that's-
Because he took it,
well,
walked
like
out,
cyanide-
and was feeling it.
But
That's why I'm saying, does it leak out of the capsule or is it immediate when it reaches the stomach? Immediate.
well, I think it's
dissolve.
the saliva, the saliva helps dissolve things. So the minute you put it into your mouth, it starts dissolving, and by the time it works its way down, I
Is that
imagine
how it
that's-
works? Do they actually dissolve or partially dissolve by the time they hit your stomach? Because that's
I'm pretty
roughly
sure.
how long it would take for him to swallow the pill, walk out.
Hmm.
It probably just hit his stomach by the time he started having chest pain.
Hmm.
Or had been in his stomach for maybe 30 seconds.
Well, there's quite a bit large. Well, that's the thing is I had some information. I don't know if I ended up putting it in here because of the thing, but there was a large amount like they found that was injected into the like in the bottles. Like I don't know, but like anyway, I'll get to that later because I'm jumping ahead of the thing,
Yep.
and
Bitch.
I'm not. I know you're curious.
Hold
but I'm
your
just like-
horses. Okay.
Where was I? Crap.
Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
That wasn't his name. I think
That
that's where
wasn't
we
his
left.
name. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
It was.
Okay, so this is 3:45 p.m. in Winfield. So like shortly after. So about 30 minutes after Adam Janus's death, 27-year-old Mary Lynn Reiner had a headache, and earlier that day she'd purchased Tylenol at a grocery store. Following her doctor's advice, she swallowed 2 capsules and felt dizzy almost immediately. She collapsed into a kitchen chair onto her way to the bathroom and began to having seizures. When a police officer arrived, it was seen that her eyes were fixed and dilated. She was taken to the hospital and placed on life support and died the next day.
Ugh.
So this is what happened like when it jumped around because so Adam Janus, so his family, like his brother and his mother and like his family members ended up coming to the house for his widow's wife to help support her and plan the funeral and things like that. Apparently like they jumped on it right away because it was at the same day. So Stanley, who is Adam's this is at 5:15 p.m. in Arlington Heights. So Stanley, who was Adam's brother, ended up coming to the house to help with the funeral arrangements, along with other family members and such, but he was having back pain, so he was trying to get out of it, but his mother was like, no, you need to stay and help. Well, when they got to Adam and Teresa's house, so Adam's the guy who passed away, Stanley grabbed 2 Tylenol from the bottle Adam had
Saw it
purchased
coming.
earlier that day. His wife, Terry, which is her name is actually also Teresa, but they call her Terry. They were newly married, and she also took 2 Tylenol after following her husband into the bathroom because she had a headache.
Oh.
So Stanley came out a little later, clutching. So this is what I don't understand too, because it's like not as fast acting as it was for Adam, I guess. But he came out a little later, clutching his chest, saying he felt bad and started to collapse. Terry, his wife, complained about her chest hurting too. So then a family member called for an ambulance as Teresa rushed her kids to the neighbors in fear of them seeing more death that day. When the dispatcher gave the address, the paramedics and firefighters looked confused and were like kind of just in disbelief because they were just there a few hours ago for a man who had died. Two called to the same address in less than 6 hours was alarming. So as the paramedics were trying to help Stanley when his wife Terry fell to the ground, as the paramedics were trying to help Stanley, his wife Terry fell to the ground and they assumed she fainted because like of all the stress and things, but they turned her over and she as well as Stanley's eyes were fixed and dilated and their breathing was very shallow. So the paramedics loaded them into 2 separate ambulances, considering that there was some type of airborne
Contaminant.
Contagion. I don't know why. I feel like Lexi right now. Anyway, contagion or other deadly environmental poison that was in the house. The paramedics called the hospital and said there needed to be 14 people to be put into isolation. And that like included the paramedics and things because they were around them and all that stuff. Yeah. So Dr. Kim mobilized the emergency department and began treating Stanley and Terry as soon as they arrived. The rest of the Janus family was quarantined in a hospital meeting room with the police, firefighters, and paramedics who had responded to the call. So they had to be isolated too.
Wow.
So this is 6:45 p.m. in Lombard, and this is an hour later. 31-year-old Elmert woman named Mary McFarland. It's a lot of Marys in this.
Mm.
It's
and
a really
Teresa.
common name back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. Back then, how long ago was
Back
this?
then.
It
It was
wasn't that long ago.
No, it was 1982.
Oh, okay. Still a
I
while
mean,
ago.
yeah. So she went to the store and she worked at. She went to the store she worked at, so she works at this store. After eating dinner with a man she went out on a date with, and went into the break room to treat a headache. She took 2 Tylenol capsules from her container she had, and offered some to her coworker Diana Hildebrand. She declined, but said not even 10 minutes later Mary collapsed. CPR was trying to be done and 911 was called, but the paramedics got there and said, "Do you know if she took anything?" And Diana said, "Yeah, she took some Tylenol." Mary was taken to a hospital where doctors told her family she suffered a catastrophic stroke where she never regained consciousness. More than 31 million bottles of Tylenol were recalled nationwide after that. So it was determined that the poisoning did not happen during manufacturing. Authorities believe the over-the-counter pain medication was tampered with while on store shelves. Many people were suspected in the case, including James Lewis, who wrote a letter to the drug manufacturer Johnson & Johnson, claiming to be the Tylenol killer. In the letter, Lewis demanded $1 million in exchange for stopping the poisonings. However, he was eventually ruled out as a suspect and was charged with extortion and sentenced to 20 years in prison.
Good. Suck it.
Yeah. The Tylenol killings led to the new tamper-proof medicine containers found today, which include foils, seals, cotton wads, child-proof caps, plastic strips, other features that make it obvious to a consumer if it had been tampered with.
Okay, wait. You're telling me.
This is what it is. No, I was wrong. They were just like I think they were just spraying it onto the pills.
Yeah.
There we go.
Because the cotton ball makes sense as to why it's in there. Because if they
It
injected
absorbs
it,
it.
it would absorb
Yeah.
it, so it wouldn't hit the pills. That's what the cotton ball's for.
That makes sense because it's like there's no way
that they would have opened it in the store and injected each pill.
Well,
yeah, no.
that, but also there's no way in my science brain I'm trying to think of this, and I don't know cyanide enough to know if this is true, but I do know it does take a minute for the outside layer of a capsule to dissolve. It's not instant. Which is why when you take a pill and you say you can't swallow it a couple times, it doesn't dissolve in your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It
see what
does
you're
take,
saying.
it takes a little longer for it to dissolve. Like, I would say at least like a good 15 minutes minimum, I would say, from what I know.
Because I feel like...
I mean, it does depend
when
on
it
the
gets
pill.
in your stomach,
There's
like,
the acid
yeah,
in there.
the acid,
Yeah,
which is
breaks
why
it
it's
down.
decompose it.
But
yeah.
when you swallow a pill, it's not like you swallow it and boom, it's in your stomach. Like, it has a
Well, yeah, it has a
long way
process.
to
Yeah.
go.
Right.
And
But
it
that's
does
probably
happen
why
slowly.
it's the chest pain. Because it's like slowly going down, and then it's like affecting your upper area rather than your abdomen first.
I would assume that the chest pain has to do with indigestion. Because it hits the bottom, it starts to dissolve, and then you immediately have, because there's a sphincter there, right at your stomach, you have, your stomach acid is like, whoa, what the fuck? And then it creates indigestion, which chest pain and indigestion are commonly, mistaken as one another because of the location of your stomach. Because your stomach's, over here.
Yeah.
And so it's, right by your heart.
We're getting into the weeds.
But anyway.
We're getting into the weeds.
That makes sense. But are you telling me that before this, there were just Tylenol bottles? No
Yep.
wrapping, just plain Tylenol
Was
bottles.
that you? Oh my gosh.
Has that been you this
It
whole
sounded
time?
like a tuba. It was like,
I can't believe you can hear it. I didn't hear it.
I heard it. What she's talking?
I've been hearing, this weird tubaing sound this entire time, though.
No. Nah, that wasn't me.
I don't know what that is.
No, I heard it the one time.
Just this time, yeah.
But to be fair, I couldn't really hear it over your shouting.
Sorry.
Back up from the mic or something.
Me?
No, because last time I did that, you couldn't hear me.
Yep. That's
Okay.
legit.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
my
not
ears
listening to
hurt
you.
now. I have a headache.
No, we can
But I
just
don't
hand
want to
out
take Tylenol, so.
all of it.
Nope, never
So I-
taking Tylenol again.
Isn't
Just
that,
kidding.
isn't that scary though? Like, we rely on these meds so much, you know, that you don't even think about it. You just
Yeah.
pop it and I mean, not now, but like at the time, how
Yeah.
scary was that?
Like, what is that sound?
The vacuum. It's Bobby
Where?
upstairs.
What's
It's
on?
not-
What's out?
Bobby upstairs.
Shut up.
I hear it. You don't hear it?
No.
I hear it.
I
I
hear
hear
nothing.
it.
I think it's Bobby upstairs.
No, it sounds like a dishwasher, kind of.
You don't hear that, Beth? Now who needs their ears checked?
No, I live here though, so I'd probably just, you know, I'd get used to the sounds.
I like go play and then it'll stop. And it plays for a while and it stops.
It could be the dishwasher. It's running.
It is
Oh.
running?
Yeah.
Well,
Could
why
be
didn't you
that.
just say, yeah, the dishwasher's running?
I didn't know if that's what you were
Oh my
hearing.
But
Okay.
instead, I just feel dumb.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm almost done.
Okay.
So law enforcement agencies launched a massive investigation, but despite their efforts, the killer or killers have never been identified or apprehended. The method used to tamper with the Tylenol capsules remains super unclear, as is the identity of the perpetrator. Some theories suggest that the tampering occurred at the manufacturing level, while others believe it was done after the products reached store shelves. However, no conclusive evidence has been found to support any particular theory. The case prompted significant changes in product packaging and safety regulations, leading to the introduction of tamper-evident packaging and stricter guidelines for over-the-counter medications. However, these measures have not led to the resolution of the Chicago Tylenol murders. Over the years, there have been sporadic developments and leads, but none have resulted in breakthrough. The trail has grown cold, leaving the families of the victims without closure and the public without answers. Despite the lack of progress in the investigation, the Chicago Tylenol murders continue to captivate the public's imagination and serve as a cautionary tale about the dangers of tampering with consumer products. The case remains open, awaiting the day when justice will be served for the victims and their families. I do have to say, though, that I remember reading when I was reading the article that when they did open the Tylenol container of the Janus family, because they were like, okay, they counted the pills and there was 50 pills in the total, but then there was only 44. When somebody, I can't remember who it was, but someone went to open it and they could just smell the cyanide,
Yeah.
you know, opening it. And then there was somebody who was a nurse too, and even before they led to the theory of it being the Tylenol, she was like, it has to be the Tylenol. Has to be.
Yeah.
I think it was the neighbor who was the nurse, because she was like, they took Tylenol, they, you know, like,
Right. Make a
so it
connection.
could have been a sooner connection than it was, because
What I want to know,
if they would have listened to her, but they didn't. So
how
Yep.
lethal is cyanide? Because so she said that, it said that the nurse resuscitated the victim.
yes,
Did she give him mouth to mouth?
yeah, CPR, yeah.
So if she gave him mouth to mouth, how lethal is cyanide? Because if it was
well-
sprayed,
Well, yeah, because that's what the thing was. But I wonder if it was in there for so long, it was dissolved into the actual pill,
maybe.
No, I don't know.
because that was the
But
only
I mean,
thing
also,
that
it's not
made
like it's
sense.
on his lips, you know?
No,
It
but
would be like on
I
his
remember-
tongue, and she's not like tonguing him.
That's true. That's
But
true.
you still, if you're giving somebody mouth to mouth, you still have the possibility of exposure to their bodily fluids.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe
Yeah.
it wouldn't be enough to
I wish
do anything, though.
That's why when, like, if you get if you get resuscitated at a hospital or from, like, an ambulance, they don't give you mouth to mouth.
They tell you not to do it at all anymore when you take
Yeah.
CPR classes.
They
You don't get
they
mouth to
tell
mouth
you
anymore.
do not give
Yep.
mouth to mouth. It is against Well, for one, it's against.
Regulation.
Well,
it's
this was
against
in
regulation.
1982, right?
Yeah.
And that was recently. COVID did that.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
not to give them mouth to mouth because you don't know why they coded.
There was a large amount of the cyanide found in the when they tested the pills because they did test the they had to test the bottles and things like that. I can't remember the amount because that's where it stopped me when I was gonna put the research in, but
Thanks a
I
lot.
can't. Yeah, but there was a large amount, so I'm assuming it had to be like if it was there for a while, it got dissolved into the pill and then, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
That's insane.
Yeah. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get to go deeper on that, but oh well.
Yeah. Well, it's
fine.
just crazy to me that nobody has
Ever found who
they
did
didn't
it?
Yeah.
find out who did it. Yeah.
I know, because it's like,
I feel
okay, you
like-
hear about stories not being solved from, like, 1940s or whatever.
Yeah.
But then it's like they revisit them.
Yeah. Like why
and
aren't
they
they
solve
revisiting
them.
this one? Like, do
Government
they still
cover up?
have
I don't
all
know.
of the bottles with potential fingerprints just laying around?
I don't know.
Well, the other thing I wonder is like, there's nobody on their deathbed who was like, yeah,
That was me.
that was me.
We haven't gotten to that point yet. Come on.
Well, and
I
that's
was like,
the thing that,
somebody
like,
had to have died by now, right?
well, and there were pictures of, like, people purchasing Tylenol bottles on the thing, so it's like, how come they didn't investigate those people? Or,
Yeah.
like, investigate, like, who was in the store? I don't know. I mean, that was, because if it's, like, a nationwide scare, then why wouldn't you dig that deep into
Yeah.
it? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Government cover up? I don't know.
Might as
Another
well
one.
Throw it
Another
on the
one.
list.
So
Yep.
on the list of reason why is the FBI is watching us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are they,
Yes, they
though?
Are they?
I feel like they're
Probably.
watching everybody.
Yep.
Alright, I'm done.
Okay, who's
Bye.
that?
Is it me?
It's Lexi again.
It's
Wait.
plugged
What's
in.
wrong with your mic?
It's always Lexi.
It's always my fucking mic.
Guys, we might get done at 5.
That's crazy.
Yeah, push that.
Do you need this back?